interesting question to ask you all today. What if dinosaurs never stopped evolving? What if they never went extinct? You know, all of the above. I think we'd have a hard time on this earth, me and you. Well, today we're gonna see what it would have been like if dinosaurs never stopped evolving by the channel named What If. Big shout out to them.
65 million years ago.
And let's see, what if they never stopped?
Dinosaurs ruled the earth.
Ruled the earth.
They dominated each time period they were in.
Like, could you imagine that running after you, dude?
The animal kingdom.
There's just no way.
Then suddenly, that all changed.
Big
An
asteroid.
asteroid came for Earth and wiped all the dinosaurs out, causing them to go extinct. But what if
it was a blessing?
Things were different.
I mean, could you imagine them things running after you?
Turn back the clocks over 65 million years to see just what course evolution would have taken if dinosaurs still roamed Earth. In what ways would their bodies have changed over this time? How would they adapt to our planet's changing environment?
Bro, could you imagine living in one of these like apartment buildings? Like, for example, to the right? You see all those windows? You look out of your window, you know, you're just waking up, having you a nice coffee, stretching, and there's just, you know, a dinosaur causing havoc on the streets. I feel like, you know, our laws and stuff would be different. We'd be able to probably carry weapons on the street.
At the top of the
big
food
ones.
Chain? A food chain.
But like that wouldn't be good.
You?
I don't know.
This is What If, and here's what would happen.
I feel like things would be so much worse.
Dinosaurs never stopped evolving.
Or maybe things would be better because things are great right now.
The course of evolutionary
maybe the dinosaurs
history.
would.
Let's explore just what kind of catastrophic series of events could have led to the extinction of so many dinosaur species in the first place.
It was an asteroid. What was it called?
66 million years into
Did they ever name the asteroid?
The Cretaceous period would be nearing its end, but not before going out with a bang.
Look at that thing.
A big one. No, not that big bang. An
Not that big
asteroid
bang.
named Chicxulub with a diameter of about 10 kilometers hurtled through space and
why did I see a ship going up
to its final destination around the Yucatan Peninsula in modern-day Mexico. The impact of this giant hunk of space rock released an amount of energy equivalent to about 100 trillion tons of TNT.
Dang!
This explosion was billions of times more powerful than the atomic bombs dropped by the United States in World War II. In the immediate aftermath,
that is crazy.
It led to massive tsunamis and widespread fires and filled the atmosphere with so much debris that
what if you were like on the opposite
sun.
side of the Earth?
Temperatures dropped, food chains were disrupted. As a result, 75% of all life
I guess that's why right there.
From Earth.
75%.
Luckily, in our scenario, they'll never know what didn't hit them. Okay, when you look back through the evolutionary history of life on Earth, it's important to remember that it's always been a game of survival.
That's facts.
And
it's still a game of survival for real.
Species survive. That would mean that of all the dinosaur species that ever existed, not all of them would survive the millions of years of natural selection to still be around today. But let's see if a couple of our most famous
I would not like a real-life Jurassic Park.
This genetic gauntlet.
I feel like things would just inevitably go wrong.
Of the food chain. One of the greatest apex predators of all time.
Let me know if you would, though. Would you want a real-life Jurassic Park?
Many millions of years ago, a T-Rex would have used some of its highly sophisticated senses to hunt prey.
Does he have blue hair?
These beasts likely had a range of
Why's that kind of sick?
Similar to or better than hawks.
That boy looked like Ninja.
The science suggests that throughout the T-Rex's evolution, their sight improved as their facial structure became narrower.
Look how terrifying that stare was.
After many more millions of years of evolution, well, their vision might have improved to unfathomable levels.
Oh, no, see that? Look at that.
Instead of spotting prey hundreds of meters away,
that'd be it.
They could see their next meal several kilometers in the distance.
Several kilometers?
What about other parts of their bodies?
Isn't that miles?
Well, besides their notoriously tiny arms, the T-Rex was a towering figure, standing just under 4 meters tall. Over time, natural selection might have favored T-Rexes with longer, more muscular arms.
Look at his left arm. That AI is
they
crazy.
Might have developed better agility and range of motion to become even more formidable predators. And they wouldn't be the only predators that may have become even more dominant over time.
Nah, all of them would, dude.
Velociraptors.
Velociraptors.
Speed, agility, and hunting techniques. And they were intelligent,
You can't even get away
too.
on a motorcycle?
Okay, maybe not as bright as movies like Jurassic Park make them seem, but certainly they had a leg up on some of their dumber plant-eating prey.
That's terrifying, no.
With millions more years of evolution, these creatures would have developed highly advanced hunting techniques.
Oh, dang!
You know, another thing Hollywood doesn't show you is that evidence suggests that raptors were likely covered in feathers, and that their evolutionary trajectory is very closely linked to the emergence of birds.
It's so crazy how they
Imagine
know
over
these
time
things.
that
I mean,
these
they can't
feisty
really know.
predators
Kind of can just
evolved
guess.
to have wings and could hunt helpless prey like
Oh,
humans
no,
from the
dude.
skies. Well, more likely it would be.
And
your
then you get
pets
dropped
you'd
with the
have to worry
Mosa.
about. Velociraptors were smaller dinos, only about 45 kilograms and less than 2 meters in length.
That's
But
not too bad. I can
keep an
punt
eye
that
on
thing.
Rufus and Garfield, and maybe on the small children too.
That's adorable. Still probably
Now, in terms
terrifying,
of
though.
dinosaurs that
Let's be
already
real.
dominated the skies, well, the aviation skills of pterodactyls would have also continued to develop and improve.
Pterodactyls are OP,
Time they
bro.
went
I mean, you
extinct,
could just get
these
away from
creatures
anything.
Were the largest known
None of the
flying
dinosaurs can get
animals,
this
with
man.
Wingspans ranging from 2 to 11
He just waits.
meters. Ugh. If they continued to adapt to our planet's changing atmosphere and geographical shifts, well,
You couldn't
who's to
have
say
dogs
these
if there was
gigantic
pterodactyls
flying
today.
reptiles wouldn't have continued to grow.
They would just scoop them
Can you
up.
imagine a day in the park?
Like that right
ruined
there,
by the
like
surprise
exactly like
visit
that.
of one or more pterodactyls the size of a small building. Now, that's something you'd have to worry about. Not all dinosaurs would have evolved to
crazy.
become bigger, badder predators.
Oh, that thing
Okay,
is
maybe gentle giants
terrifying.
like the Brontosaurus could have
That thing
continued
was
growing in
wild.
size, but they might have developed other features to make them less vulnerable to predators. For example, their skin. Natural selection might have favored those with increasingly thicker outer layers that could withstand the powerful bites.
So
of
they would have had
creatures
like
the
built-in
T-Rex,
armor, basically.
or whatever it is the T-Rex
Like the
would be
Stego.
known as now. Like for the other species, there'd be
Or the
some
Triceratops.
enormous environmental changes between their era
Or the
and now.
mixture.
The Brontosaurus was a herbivore, and as plant species underwent their own evolutionary process.
And you already know if dinosaurs were here today,
dinosaurs
we'd be
would
trying to
likely
do
have
some
developed
stupid
a
stuff like
more
mix them
complex
together.
digestive system,
We'd get
similar
some
to
DNA
those
and
of
make 'em.
mammals. And
A
this brings up
a
another
Tyrannosaurus.
interesting dilemma. If these creatures never went
Stegosaurus.
extinct
I don't
and
know, bro. You
kept
know what I'm saying, though?
evolving, uninterrupted
A
by pesky
Stegosaurus.
space
Well, a
rock,
Stegosaurus is already real.
would mammals like you be here today?
We wouldn't be
Yeah,
here.
our earliest
We'd get
human
chopped.
ancestors evolved among creatures like mammoths and saber-toothed tigers, but now that we're adding in all these other species, only the fittest would survive.
I feel like we get chopped
And
down, bro.
in that case, human evolution could have taken an entirely different course too.
I'd be sniping from a roof.
Natural selection would have
As I
likely
get picked
favored
up by a
genes that
pterodactyl.
would make us smaller and faster to avoid being eaten. And with the possibility that we'd be living among other highly intelligent species like raptors, our social structures might be completely different too. Instead of being the most dominant species on the planet,
Can we at
well,
least get some
there's a strong
t-shirts?
chance we'd have to compete with these other dangerous predators. If at any moment we could be raided by a pack of vicious T-Rexes,
Yeah.
would we ever have settled down in one place? Instead
Dang,
of
we couldn't
human
even have
civilization
homes.
evolving in great communities, well, maybe we'd only survive as solitary, nomadic hunter-gatherers.
That's crazy. That would be such a
Evolution
different
is a
world.
mysterious puzzle that only time knows.
Let
the
me know how
answers
you
to.
think it would look if
we
dinosaurs were
reverse
still
the
around
course
today.
of
They never
one
stopped
event,
evolving.
like the collision of the Chicxulub, well, there's basically no limit to how different your world could be today.
No limit. That's crazy.
Which makes me wonder, what would happen if an asteroid the same size hit Earth today?
Well, I can answer that question for you. We'd probably be dead. It wiped out 75% of the dinosaurs. It'd probably wipe out 90% of us. But let's just hope that doesn't happen. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching with me. I love ya. Goodbye.